Okay, Captain, give me that log whenever you're ready.
Alright, let me just clear my nose for a second. Alright. Captain's log, stardate 54465.7. The Hadfields' travel to the edge of Federation space has been finished. For the first time in months, we stand at the edge of claimed space, and beyond us lies the void which is yet to be explored. The crew has expressed their desires for a break after everything that happened in Island's Landing, but Starfleet has ordered us here to make use of our sensors and our fantastic scientific teams in uncovering uncharted space. In whatever format it is, I'm glad to be away from phaser fire for at least a little bit, as I feel that serenity can be found in the unknown, and perhaps even peace. End law.
Very good. Hold on. Does anyone have any scenes that they would like to run off the top of the
Yes.
episode?
I would like to upgrade the warp core.
Oh, what, you want to start another project?
Well, did I ever finish the project?
You did. Oh, here. So I'm gonna.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Never mind.
Remember, the thing was,
I totally...
you needed to give it a. Oh, that's right. So Valak is not going to be here for this episode. That's fine. Here I'll pluck this out and put it into the Hadfield chat so you guys can see it. Basically, what you have done to Zonin is you have created the ability that other ships can also play around with if they want. You have created this.
Resonation procedure. By strengthening the underlying resonance frequencies of a warp bubble, it increases the field stability of a vessel at warp. To activate this ability, a character must succeed at a daring engineering difficulty 3 task. Additionally, the ship must spend 2 power. Each time the ship assists in a check to maintain warp field integrity, the ship rolls an additional d20. Each time it does so, an additional 2 power must be spent. Not spending this power means the resonance frequencies return to normal strength, and the ship loses its extra die. Regaining the die means a character will have to make the activation check again. All power spends for this can be reduced by relevant talents such as improved war core. So basically, I've given us an extra dice to roll.
Right, but it's it's not just a talent. It's a you have to do a thing.
Gotcha.
Like it's a whole procedure. Like there are checks involved.
Hey, that's cool.
So
I like the techno babble, the underlying resonance frequencies of a warp bubble.
yeah, I put some thought into that technobabble. So
I love me a good technobabble.
So that's something that you guys can use. If you recall, you used it last week.
Yep.
So that's what that is. I mean, if you want to start a new project.
No, I just thought I hadn't completed it.
I was gonna say, I'd imagine you must be pretty burnt out
Yep.
from that. So
Hey,
you've
Kichi's
just
always ready
been
for a new project.
you've just been enjoying yourself so far.
Well, hey, I like that.
Does anyone else have anything that they would like to do?
Nope.
I think we're all set.
Very good. In that case, I'm gonna hop us over to the bridge. Throw on the relevant bridge music or bridge ambience. There we go. Everyone is where they should be. Feel free to make any small talk that you may want to make.
For the record, I still can't move my token.
It's a shame.
While I pull up some things.
Forgotten. My beep boop buttons don't seem to be functioning. Am I supposed to fly the ship if I can't beep the boop?
So, Captain,
Yes.
about that darts game we played last week.
There will be no mention of it. Any mention of the sort will get you court-martialed.
In my head, I'm going to imagine he still has the bruise on his face.
Grumble, grumble.
You know, sir, you really should be seen by sickbay. That looks pretty nasty, sir.
One more word, Chief, and I'll put you in sickbay.
Something's beeping, sir.
Well, put it on screen.
Sir, it's a distress call. The Mekrak? How do you say that?
Merok.
Merak.
Or, sorry,
The-
Melok. I misspelled.
The SS Mirak. Audio only, sir.
Play it.
Yes, sir.
This is Melok. You are under fire. Heavy fire. Currently in the process of being boarded. Nothing we can do to... And the message.
Lieutenant Rugan, what the hell did I just hear?
A very good question, sir.
Can you try and clear up the static?
Sir, I recommend we scan the area and try to triangulate the signal.
Do we have a location of where the signal is coming from?
Someone give me a... let me just think what this roll would be. This would probably be reason... Because you're trying to figure out where the signal came from?
Yeah.
I'll
Sounds
make
like
it...
sensors.
Yeah, I'll make... Well, no, I'll make it reason security. Assisted by the ship's communications con.
Okay. Chief, you want to do that roll?
Well, not a fan of reason, sir. I'm not a reasonable man.
Well, become reasonable.
Yes, sir. I will go ahead and give you one threat for extra die. And
Oh,
I don't think
yes,
I have
to
anything
have
that
the,
remotely gets close to this.
I get...
What is the ship roll? Sensors, communication security, right?
Yeah, communications con.
Con. Okay, interesting. See, who said it
And
wasn't
I should have
easy?
clarified it was difficulty 2. So you've
See,
generated...
who said it wasn't easy?
So
It is easy.
So...
I think I've got a bearing on it, sir.
Yep, you have a bearing. At maximum warp, you should arrive in under an hour.
Well, alright. Helm, set a course for the distress signal. Lieutenant Rugan, Chief, I want you to work on descrambling whatever that distress signal was. I want to be able to hear the words clearly by the time we arrive.
Aye, sir.
It sounded like there was battle in the area. I recommend we notify Starfleet as well, just in case.
Good, Chief. Send out a message to Starfleet Command to the nearest starbase that we have received a suspicious distress signal. I want us to go to yellow alert as well. Doctor, get the medical staff ready. Chief, once you're done decoding the message, head down to the security room and have our security forces prepare for boarding in case we need
Aye,
to.
sir.
I'm not in
Permission
the
to
room.
break out the rifle?
Granted.
I'm not in the room, sir. You can't talk to me.
No, well, Captain to medbay.
Yes.
We're going to yellow alert for the next 1 hour. Stand by for any catastrophic failures, potentially, or signs of battle. Prepare to receive combat casualties.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Chief, all non-essential staff to their quarters.
Aye, sir. They should do that under yellow alert anyways, but I'll give them a reminder.
Good. Helm, full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
And Kiji will head off the bridge and head down to security and break out his modified rifle and
Of course.
also prepare a security teams for possible boarding actions.
Just curious, did we learn what type of vessel the mech wreck was? Like, is it a Romulan or Klingon or anything? Or did we not know that?
The name sounds Klingon.
Yeah, okay. But we don't know for sure.
We don't know.
Okay. Just checking.
Hmm.
It's
So
old
anything
school.
else any of you are going... So is there... what specifically are you guys going to do in preparation for your arrival?
So like I said, I'm getting my rifle out.
Okay. I think that has an escalation cost attached to it.
I
Yes.
believe it's 1 momentum and a threat. I think.
Okay,
Or maybe it's a
I'll
threat.
take a threat.
And also would like to activate a security team.
Yep.
For potential boarding, should it be necessary.
Okay. So you'll have a couple of you'll have 2 security officers with you when you beam down, and I have the stats for them.
Okay. Do we need to spend the momentum to activate security team?
No, because it's an advantage you have.
Okay. And I will also be issuing standard Type 3 phasers to, well, at least one.
I was gonna say, wait, do you mean Type 2? Because Type 3 are the rifles.
Yeah, Type 3. So I will be giving them rifles for boarding.
Oh boy, okay, so that... You only have enough momentum, and you'd have to give me a threat for one
so
other person.
I'll give one of them a rifle as
Okay,
well.
I'm at 13 threat now.
What page is are the teams listed on?
The what?
Like the teams, like security teams and stuff?
They're not expressly listed anywhere. I put it down as, well, actually,
it's like an advantage you can
the
create?
way I usually do it is, I sort of borrow from Wright and how he does it. When you have a security team, you can either tell them you want them to act defensively or offensively, and that will give you a buff.
Okay. Because I was just thinking of could could I prepare a what do you call it, a
Medical team?
why am I yes, sorry, either for our own ship if we get into combat or to beam onto the other ship, because it sounds like there was combat there.
Mhm.
Okay. What would that cost? You said threat?
No, it's you have the
Advanced sickbay?
you have the advantage because you're the CMO.
Right.
The thing for Jueza is that he wanted to give one of his people a phaser rifle.
Alright, cool.
So now there are 2 phaser rifles in play. Is what that boils down to.
I got you. And do you need the the advanced cortical stimulators, is that what they're called? The ones Blackwell made.
Yes.
What does it cost to prepare those?
Oh, it's I think it's opportunity cost 2.
Yes, because a regular cortical stimulator is opportunity cost 1. So, would that mean I would need to give you 2 threat?
I think you can only pay for that in momentum.
Okay. Okay, so I can't prepare that yet. Okay, then I don't think I'm going to do anything else to prepare.
Okay, so you have your medical team standing by. Jueza has his security team standing by.
And the first aid kit, which I get for free.
Yeah. Let me go to the star map and hang on. Let me layer this to. Hang on, let me layer this to the GM layer. And then let me throw in a. Do I have something good for this? I feel like I had something good for this. That'll do the trick. Oh, this'll do. And you drop out of warp. And you see a small ship lying in your on the view screen. It looks torn to hell.
Okay. Chief, what's that in front of us? Can you give me an analysis?
Checking, sir.
Give me a reason con assisted by the ship's sensors engineering.
Okay.
I might recommend our helm officer.
Helm officer, what is that thing in front of me?
What was the roll again?
Reason con.
Okay. Let me open up the character sheet.
And we got a roll of 0.
Right back.
Yeah, is the captain keeping track of momentum?
Yes.
And has it become a new scene?
No.
Don't we have momentum then?
No, we wasted it all on rifles.
Yeah, Jueza
Oh.
wasted it all on rifles.
Right, I forgot.
Well, okay, I wouldn't say wasted, but
Yeah,
you
we
know.
spent it. We just have to see if it becomes money well spent.
What we need to do is start scanning a whole bunch of stuff, and then we'll have plenty of momentum.
And since the way I'm running the security officers is the way it is, the basic damage of a phaser rifle will just be added to whatever damage you roll, Jueza.
Okay.
So instead of it being like a whole separate attack, it'll just be you both shoot at the same time. Kind of thing.
Okay. So do I just roll a couple times, or how's that work?
It's you'll roll when you roll, I'll have you roll a couple extra dice.
Okay.
I think 3 is the number for the phaser rifle.
Answer the
I
door.
was gonna say, who's there?
They're delivering my rifles.
Oh wow, 4. Okay,
If you get shot by a phaser in the game, you die in real life.
so Anyhow, but you gave me a bunch of threat to offset it, so I'm okay with that. You roll the assisted by the ship's. Oh, you rolled already for the ship sensors.
I did.
So it's only difficulty 1 because of your sensors. So I will send to zone in the thing.
So we have 1 momentum.
Yes.
Alright, I'll keep track of it.
Captain, scanners show that what we have here is the Federation civilian research vessel SS Malak.
Right. What about its warp engines? Taken out? Life support on board?
That'll cost you some questions, which you get a free one because of high-res sensors.
Yeah.
Because you guys got
think-
those.
My personal opinion would be we should ask about life support first.
Yeah, life support first.
Life support is offline.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Lieutenant Rugan, are there any life signs on board? Wait, no.
Scanning.
Doctor, are there any life signs on board? You're the one that's supposed to be scanning for this.
You can either roll for it or give me a momentum, and I'll just answer it outright.
We'll roll for it because more momentum for us.
Yeah, and also I'm usually good at rolling in this game.
Okay. In that case, give me reason science assisted by the ship sensor science.
Okay.
Difficulty of 2 brought down to 1 by your sensors.
Fair enough.
We got it. I rolled in that one. Just roll something.
I think I did. Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
we generate 2 moments.
Internet's been active. There are no life signs, Captain. However, there are biosigns. We think there are biological materials on the ship. So there were people here, but they're all dead now.
Damn, we were too late.
Unfortunately so.
Doctor, what can you determine what caused the death?
I doubt it can be done from here with our
I
ship
was gonna say,
sensors.
I'll give you the free question off your sensors to say you can't tell that from here. You'd probably have to perform an autopsy.
Okay.
Chief,
Well, can
form an away party and bring your vac suits. You're going aboard.
Before we even do that, can't we just beam one of their bodies onto our ship?
I'll spend 2 threat and say that you need a clear life sign to latch onto.
Okay, that's
Besides, sensors report some sort of interference along the ship's outer hull.
fair. That's fair.
Chief, form an away party. Take Lieutenant Rugan, yourself, and the doctor here, and see if you can bring us back a specimen. Try and determine what happened, and try not to stay for too long. I'd also say take, well, Lieutenant Zonin, are you any good at engineering?
That can be.
Alright, you go as well. See if you can stop the ship from possibly exploding, or check the status of the warp core if possible. I'll hold the bridge here with Biss.
Kiji's also actually pretty good at engineering.
Well, you both go. 2 heads are better than 1. And especially knowing your head chief.
I think the lowest engineering score of our entire group is 3. I think everyone has a 3 or higher.
Negative. I have a 1.
Okay.
So you
So
guys are
everyone
gonna
but
go
you.
down to the transporter room.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all of the senior staff except myself.
Wow, those are old tokens.
Old,
And,
ye old
now
tokens.
Those are the ye old tokens.
Now that we have another momentum, can I use that one more to finish out the rifles?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Take another threat.
Oh, so are we taking the security team with us then?
Yes.
Okay.
So both the assisting officers will be armed with rifles along with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
So,
attack
crew.
them with my karate chops.
One last word before you depart, though. See if you can bring the life support systems online. If you're unable to, let us know, and keep a tight seal on your vacuum suit.
Yes, sir.
Always good
If there
advice.
is any sign of any sort of booby traps, disengage immediately and ask for transport.
Sir?
So it's the 4 of you, right? And the 2 security personnel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we
Perfect.
have
Just enough for the
support?
number of pads that are there. I don't have any tokens for these 2 nameless red shirts.
Red shirts, red shirts.
Hey, I'm red shirt.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh, damn.
Red shirts are protected in this
I'm
area.
a higher ranking red shirt, though, so haha.
Ha 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 ha.
Here, I might have something. I might have something that'll do the job.
Well, we have Marth. You remember Marth? Crewman.
Yeah, but in this case, these are just nameless red shirts.
Who
Because
are probably going to die.
because of how we're using the well, it's because of how I'm using the what's it, the it's how I'm using the relevant rule of what was it, security team. It's how I'm using the security team advantage, because these aren't acting as support characters. These are acting as an advantage.
Okay.
Oh, right. Those are
Alright.
different concepts. I see.
Very good. Security officer 1, security officer 2. Step up.
Yes, sir. They step behind the console, and I assume you're gonna have Biss make the transporter roll.
Biss will make the transporter roll, yes. Considering my first officer is not there. So we'll spend the point to activate Biss.
Great.
If this could put the nameless in front when they beam over.
Biss will definitely make sure. Does Biss need to roll?
Yeah. He needs to make a control engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors engineering. And if I'm recalling correctly, it's base difficulty is 1, brought up to difficulty 2 because your target isn't a pad.
Okay. Give him momentum.
Yeah, brought back. Well, it's brought back down to 1 because it's a sensors check.
Alright. Momentum still. Yes, Biss, my son.
And the ship.
Sensors engineering. Oh, dear. We'll spend the 2 momentum that I generated to
Does he
negate
have
that
caution?
complication, and we... No. Well, actually, does he? Hang on.
That is the question.
Talents. Cautious engineering. Yes, he... Wait, no,
that
that's the
doesn't
ship.
help
That's the ship. That's the ship. Yeah. So I'll spend the 2 momentum that I generated, and I'll generate 1 still.
That works.
Cautious ship.
And And I'm gonna have to throw us over to this thing. I like that they have this. I might have to delete a couple tokens because this isn't the Tereshkova this week. Okay. So you all being in, and I won't make you guys worry right now about the EV suits and like the momentum spend that you would have to do, because this is for the mission.
Alright, that's fair.
You would have had to do this, so I'm not gonna charge you for it. As you enter this creaking ship, you hear the sound of sparks flying off of terminals that have been destroyed all around you. Where did you have them beamed to?
Well, I suppose the safest place to beam to would be the bridge, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it make more sense to go to main engineering? Because isn't that where you could probably
Sure, but the
turn back on the power?
controls to reactivate everything would probably be on the
Okay,
bridge.
yeah, that's fair. Sorry.
Good.
Besides, it doesn't look like a big ship. You can always use Jeffrey's tubes to move around.
Yeah, sorry.
So, there doesn't appear to be anyone here, but there are scorch marks all around. There are scorch marks marking the wall where it looks like weapons fire has occurred.
I'd like to scan one of the scorch marks with my tricorder and try to determine what type of weapon or weapons
Were used here?
Yeah.
Reason security difficulty of 2.
Okay, I'll use a momentum.
Teresa shudders and looks kind of scared. This whole place gives me the creeps.
Can I use any focuses like hand phasers or anything? for
I'll
this,
allow
or-
it.
Yes, okay. What was the difficulty on that?
It was difficulty 2.
Okay. So we get 2 momentum.
Sent you the answer.
Let's see here. It looks like tricorder's saying it was only phaser fire. I assume that means Federation phaser.
For a momentum, I'll answer that.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. The answer is yes. This absolutely conforms with Federation phaser signatures. Not like Starfleet issue phasers, but phasers that are used in the Federation. This is a civilian ship.
Civilian fire.
So the power
You see,
12.
we carry M16s. They got, Glocks up in there.
So the power 12, the consoles is dead, right? There's no power at all.
That is correct. I mean, there might be
Okay.
a little bit flickering, but
My question should be, I could not make an attempt to restore power from here.
I will spend 2 threat to say that is correct.
Okay.
But I had to spend 2 threat to make that a thing.
And there are no dead bodies in here.
None in here.
Okay.
Doctor, scan, see if you can find the closest biomatter to our current location.
That's a good idea, sir. I will do that. As soon as my character sheet decides to reopen.
What is this character sheet you speak of? You're just like standing buffering.
Just Michelle just glitches for a second while her character buffers.
Oh no, the Matrix.
And while
Yeah.
she's doing that, I'll tap my communicator, Kiji to Hatfield.
Go ahead, Chief.
We've made it safely aboard. We're on the bridge. All indications show that there was quite a phaser fight on here. Scorching is consistent with Federation civilian phasers. No other types of phasers or weapon damage appears to be in this area.
Understood, Chief. And as for the life support and then engineering?
We are unable to get power up here to activate it. We will be effecting repairs as soon as we can after we continue our search of the ship.
Understood. Chief, tell Lieutenant Rugan to see if he can extract the logs from the black box of the ship.
Yes, sir. As I give a little nod to Rugan to see about doing that.
Indeed.
GM, what would the roll be to look for the nearest body, scan for the nearest body be?
Okay, give me insight medicine. Difficulty of I'm gonna spend 2 threat. Difficulty of 3.
All right. Would a focus of chemistry apply? I doubt it, but I figured.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Could I spend momentum to get 3 dice, please?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Come on, work with me here. I'm sorry, my internet's acting really slow today.
Welcome to my world.
Oof.
That's an oof. Do you have cautious
Yes,
medicine?
I do have cautious.
Oh,
So
and it's
I would.
medicine, not science.
Oh, that's. Oh, that's.
Here
Sorry.
we go. Give the 2 momentum.
No,
she has
No,
cautious.
I swear I clicked medicine. It's because my computer was buffered. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, okay.
It's because I'm clicking. It's because I clicked on medicine, but because my clicks weren't registering, it didn't go to medicine. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. How do you want to handle this? The same thing happened with the 3. I had to keep clicking 3. I just didn't notice it for medicine.
So re-roll that. So you're gonna re-roll that complication, I assume.
Yeah. Okay. Oh well.
That's fine.
It's just not a success.
Yeah, it's just that's it. It's just not enough.
I'm sorry, sir. There's too much interference. I can't find anything.
What was the difficulty on that?
I made
3.
it 3 with threat.
Oh, okay.
But
Sad times.
But I mean, you are reading signals. You know they're here on the ship.
But they are here, sir. So if we keep looking, I'm sure we'll run into them.
Very well. Rugan, how's it going with downloading the data?
You've got the problem that currently there's no power.
Okay, I didn't know if there was like a backup port you could just like plug into.
Shit's turned off.
So are there any doors in this room? I mean, I assume there are.
Yes.
Okay. Could I signal for one of the security officers to follow me as I like hesitantly approach that door and go through it?
Sure.
Doctor, where are you going?
Well, I figured we should keep looking. If there's nothing else in this room.
Doctor, why don't you let the security team secure the area first, and then I'll allow the support personnel to do your job as well. Sound good?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay. And yeah, I'll just back off.
And
I have in fact seen Alien.
and well, Joyce is just trying to kind of keep command of the team. Although technically you outrank him, but he has the mission. All right, let's start making our way towards engineering. See if we can't clean this place up a little bit. Security will go first. I'll have one officer stay rear guard, and we will proceed single file. Does everyone understand?
I assume so.
As I stare at Rugon and the doctor.
Yes, sir.
You just
Man.
All right. I assume that I would know which way to get to main engineering, as I'm sure I would have probably looked up a schematic or something before coming over.
Yeah, give me reason con, difficulty of 1.
Okay.
And I'm saying you because you said you're leading this little field
Okay.
trip, so
Field trip.
All right. I'll use a momentum, and can I use survival as a focus?
I'll say no.
Okay.
Oh, that's a shame.
I was close. I was close to saying maybe. Does not matter. You got it. And I think you even generated 2 momentum off of that. Yeah, you have a pretty good idea where you're going.
Okay.
What are you
I
trying to
will-
find again?
We're trying to go down to main engineering.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
Ship's
As
falling
a-
apart.
as a-
Emergency
yeah, I was
beam
gonna
out.
say, as a steel beam comes loose as you're walking down the corridors, man, this place is just falling apart. Whatever damaged this thing sure did a number.
Yeah, Miss Sally lets out like a yelp. She seems thoroughly spooked.
And I'll
Too
kind of
spoopy.
turn and put my hand up like, shh.
Sorry.
The doctor's been spooked.
There's nothing alive on the ship, though.
We will continue single file with 2 security up front, 1 security in rear guard, moving cautiously but quickly towards main engineering.
Mm-hmm. You open the door towards engineering, and you see the warp core that's sort of flickering and fluctuating. The
Okay.
whole place appears to be in a state of complete disarray.
So me and the 1 officer who's in front will go in. I'll nod for everyone else to hold at the door while we secure main engineering. And basically we'll do a sweep through, make sure no hostiles or anything else that could jump out and bite us.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna make so in that case make insight security difficulty 3.
Okay.
Actually, I'll allow it to be 2 because you have the security team with you,
Okay.
and you specified that they're keeping a close eye out. So
I will burn 1 momentum for the 3rd die. Can I use survival this time?
I'll allow it this time.
Okay. So 3 dice. Insight security.
Okay. Because you only just barely got it, I'll have one of the security guys be the ones that notice it. One of them puts their hand up and he says, "Sir, I think we got something." And he points over to a pile of rubble where, now that you look at it, yeah, it looks like there's someone under the rubble.
Immediately run over and to see who it is and what their condition is.
It appears to be a humanoid alien, probably a Federation species. They have some, rather distinct ridging around, below their ears and down their jawline.
Okay. Is it armed?
It is dead.
It is dead. Okay. But is it dead with a weapon of any sort nearby?
Yeah, I'll say for a momentum you can have that answer. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
There is indeed a phaser, not on it, but lying a few feet away from the pile of rubble.
Okay.
Given the way it probably clattered to the floor and how you're figuring, okay, the rubble from it came down from the ceiling. If the rubble came down on it from the ceiling, the phaser would have clattered from their hand and landed here. So this was probably their phaser.
Excellent. And I'll take the nameless security man's little communicator off of him and put it on the dead alien and say,
Wait.
tap my... Yeah, go ahead.
The doctor approaches. First, I would like to scan him with my tricorder just to get some early results. Before we do a full autopsy when I'm back at sickbay. Could I scan with my tricorder to see what his cause of death was? I know you have a good guess, but I'd like to be sure.
One sec. Did we finish our sweep to make sure there's nothing else?
Yes,
here?
yes.
Okay. Yep. I'd go ahead and signal everyone else at that point. And doctor, we found this individual here. Looks pretty dead to me. I will also take the weapon basically to bring it back for analysis to see if it matches up with the scarring that we found.
Okay.
So I would like to scan him to see what his cause of death was.
Yep. I would like you to give me insight medicine, difficulty of 2. I am going to spend... No, I'm not going to spend any threat right now.
Would a focus in research or xenobiology or chemistry apply?
Close, but no.
Okay.
You were close, though.
Alright, you said insight medicine, difficulty of 2.
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm gonna ask for that one momentum if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably make it back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not having much luck tonight.
No, dear.
I am going to
Sad.
try and re-roll one of those ones. I want it at 0.
Wow, you are...
Wow. Okay. I think my tricorder is broken because I can't get any results on it.
Well, here's what I'll give you, Miss Selly. Hang on, I will give you something, Miss Selly.
Okay.
Oh, and Doc, if you would, while you're doing your scans, get some pictures, just of how the body's laying and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that comes
Just
with the tricorder
evidence.
readings.
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting. It appears the death was caused by internal trauma, but something in the person system is actively interfering with scans. So when you say internal trauma, what do you mean by like internal trauma? Do you mean like something that happens
you
inside
see-
the body?
You see, I'd tell you that if you succeeded at the check.
Okay, okay, that's fair.
Sad.
This is the get good portion of the game.
Yeah, this is what I get for always succeeding. My good luck's finally caught up with me.
And with that, while everyone is looking around and the doctor is looking over the person, you sort of do the thing to properly check their pulse, pick their hand up, and there's something on their wrist.
Oh, well, I will check it.
It looks like a puncture mark. And with that, the hand goes rigid and grabs you as the figure sits up.
The dog, yeah, like a horror movie, the dog screams at the top of her lungs.
Kiji will obviously want to hit it with like the butt of his rifle, since I'm in melee range.
Okay, technically it is lying prone, so that does give you the advantage. Were you still by Maselli, though?
Yeah, because I was gathering the rifle.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so... Yep, that does get you close, so... yeah, you give me a daring security check. Opposed. I will make my roll, but you have advantage. You have the advantage. Its difficulty increases by 1.
Okay.
Essentially, because it's prone.
Can I use my hand-to-hand combat as a focus?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I will go ahead and give you 1 threat for extra die.
Go ahead. I have to roll mine. That's daring. Okay. I will spend a threat to give it a 3rd die. That is 2 successes, so I think you beat it by a matter of 2. Because it had an increased... It essentially had to overcome an additional difficulty in order to touch you.
Yep.
So you do get to roll your unarmed strike against it.
Okay. Since I'm using my rifle, would that be a weapon, or is that still unarmed?
Hmm?
Since I'm using like the butt of my rifle to basically hit it in the head, is that still unarmed, or is that?
That's unarmed.
Okay.
That's you managed to definitely butt it down to the ground. It takes 1 stress.
Okay, so it has a resistance of 3. All right.
So it's no longer grabbing me?
No, it is not. But now it is the thing's turn. So it is going to stand up for a minor, and it is going to try to attack you, Jueza,
Okay.
because you stepped to it. You also generated 2 momentum off that previous check.
Okay.
So make me another daring security check.
Okay. I will use one of the momentums. The extra die. And I assume hand-to-hand still applies.
Yes, it does. I think it actually beat you. Unless you have a reroll. Either way, it'll actually beat you. I leave
I
it to you
don't
how you want to do this.
Okay, so I assume you do some sort of damage to me.
Yes. I'll just pull up a thing that I can roll some challenge dice on. I don't think it does much. Don't worry, I don't think this is too. I don't think it's gonna be too bad. Yeah, it's not gonna have that weapon. It deals you a stress.
Okay.
Back to your side. Who wants to go next?
I assume one of the security officers, but perhaps they could be controlled by a player who hasn't gotten much to do.
Remember, those are just an advantage.
Oh, they don't actually get to
do
anything in combat?
Yeah. Oh, and you need to start keeping that in mind, Jueza. That'll because that'll change the difficulty. Do you want to make it easier for you to hit, or do you want to make it harder for it to do stuff?
Let's make it harder for it to do stuff.
Okay, that works. So it'll have increased difficulty going forward.
Just against Jueza, or against everyone?
Against everyone, as the security team is making its job harder.
Okay. Well, I have the worst security, so someone else should probably go.
Well, actually, it only has 2 resisted, so you dealt it 2 stress that first time.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there, though.
Now with pack tactics, if say the doctor goes, how does that work again? It's
Oh, jeez.
Who
do
knows?
I roll for her, or
Let me look that up, because is that in the core book? Is that a core
I believe so.
talent? I think it is.
I think so.
I think Pack Tactics is a core rulebook talent, which is what I have open in front of me. So, security. Pack Tactics. When you assist another character during combat, the character you assisted gains a bonus momentum if they succeed. Okay. So, there's a thing you can do in combat called assist, which it's like help in D&D.
Okay. Does that require my action, or is that?
Yeah, it would require a character to take their turn to do something.
Okay, so like if the doctor tries to hit it, could I assist?
Right. But it's not your turn anymore. So
Right, it's the doctor.
It could be the doctor, or it could be Jueza, or it could be anyone. Not Jueza. It could be Tizonin or Rugan.
I have to be AFK for a minute.
Huh? Oh, did this silly have to step
So
away?
we'll have.
Had to pee, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so I leave it to either Rugan or Tizonin then.
Who wants to take a shot?
I will shoot the man.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the roll?
You shoot that man.
Is it daring security?
I believe it's control security for shooting.
Boop.
When I should turn on the other... I have another ambience that I think works well for this.
And obviously, if I'm allowed to assist, I will.
No. Because assist is a, Assist is a... is like an action. Like, to assist in combat is an action.
Okay.
And you have to specify how you're assisting. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to assist."
Okay, but I don't have an action, so I can't do it anyways.
Yeah. So you rolled you successfully rolled your security.
Yes.
Okay. I have to roll a thing when you hit with anything like that. Just roll a 1. Roll a 1 challenge die. Okay, you're good. Roll your phaser.
Oh.
Pew pew.
That is 4 stress. So
Sorry, I'm back.
So it is now
I'm stressing him out, man.
So it's now at 6 stress. Either Rugan or Maselli can go.
Rugan will take a walk at it.
Before you do that, while it's still alive, would it be possible for me to scan it to see how it possibly came back to life like this, or what is like animating it while it's dead? Because I assume we'll be able to get some results that we won't be able to get once we kill it again.
Yeah, you can give it a shot.
Okay.
This would be a Insight Medicine difficulty 2.
Okay. So I don't feel this. With a focus in, I'm gonna ask again, chemistry,
No.
or xenobiology? No.
Nope.
Okay.
That's a shame.
I'm going to ask to spend 1 momentum because this seems kind of important.
Sure.
So 3 dice, difficulty 2. Insight medicine, right? GM, it is insight medicine.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
There
Yes.
you go.
Okay, I generated a momentum.
I will send you the answer.
Okay, and I have studious, so I get to ask an extra
Oh,
question.
that's right, you do. Okay. It's one of those things that your tricorder scrolls through all the data and it gives it to you in extremely complicated technological jargon. But then one word pops out at you and your blood runs cold as you recognize the word.
Miss Ellie shouts, "It's the Borg?"
What?
The Borg, B-O-R-G. And, okay, so my first question is going to be, is this person linked to the Borg Collective?
It appears that this is a nascent drone.
Okay. So my second question will be,
What, you get 2?
yeah, because I have studious.
Oh, because you spent a momentum to get a question, and so you get a second one. Right. I forgot
Is that no? I thought studious just meant you just get 2 questions for free.
No. I think it's
Hold on, let me look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's like when you spend a momentum to get a free question, you get to ask another question, I think is how that works. Studious.
Yes, okay, you are right. Whenever you spend one or more momentum to obtain information, you may ask an additional question in total, not per momentum spent. Okay.
So you spent your momentum to ask an extra question.
Okay. So, do you get 0 questions and then you have to spend 1 momentum? Did I have to spend 1 momentum to get the first question?
Yes.
Okay, so I do have 1 left. Okay. Does anyone have any ideas what I should ask?
Well, wait. I gave you the answer to the. Oh, yeah. The question you asked was nascent drone, right? Was right? Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Could I ask how it appeared dead and then now it appears to be alive? Or if it
Sure.
still appears dead?
Sure.
Okay.
It appears that the trauma caused by the rubble falling on top of it was enough to sort of disconnect. It essentially like snapped his vertebrae, which essentially would have kept him from being a functioning drone. But when you moved it about a little, it was able to reinstate the flow of the nanoprobes, which then repaired his neck. Bada bing, bada boom. You have a.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. My turn is over.
If you had just left him be, he would have stayed dead.
Okay, Rugon, you can go now.
Alright then, if that's the case, then Rugan is going to attempt to shoot this. Because fuck the Borg.
Fuck the Borg.
Beep boop, fuck the Borg.
Okay. Roll me your phase. Roll me a phaser check. Control security. Difficulty 2. And I think Maselli had spent your last momentum.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Here, can I use the focus reverse engineering? Because I'm trying to reverse engineer this thing's head all over the.
No.
I would allow that.
No.
I would absolutely allow that.
creativity.
No. That's
I mean,
not
that's
how
fair,
that
that's
works. That's not how anything remotely like that
Here.
works.
Here's the question though. Because we've got a specialised security team here doing specialised security things, can I have a focus on some team dynamics?
We specified that the security team is for making
Yes.
things harder for it.
But you also specified that, I guess, but can I use team dynamics though?
Sure,
Okay.
I will allow team. Oh,
Here
know
we
what?
are.
I will allow it given the situation, given that there is a security team at play.
That's exactly what I was wondering, because again, as you said, their entire job is to make
allow it.
mine easier.
Yep, I'll allow it.
I got one, so that's not wretched. Oh, I forgot to use my focus regardless.
That wouldn't have helped.
That will work for sure. Still got one.
As phaser shot goes wide and becomes yet another streak against the wall of the main engineering.
Jesus,
So-
man, who are you shooting at?
And
So now-
it comes back around, and it is going to. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this because I can.
Can I actually use quick to action to take?
Well, we're in the new round, and it
Okay.
goes back around to them.
Okay.
So, you didn't use quick to action during that round, did you? Whoops.
Nope.
Well, it's just no longer the first round, so
Okay.
that
No problem.
that unfortunately does not help you. Sad to say. Here we go. Where was I? Like, I totally lost my place. Okay. I have to spend. I think I have to spend 2 threat to do this. Jueza, it comes at you, and you see as it comes at you, holding its fingers up, you see these small little holes at the tips of its fingers as it reaches out for you. Give me daring security opposed. I'm spending a threat to get a 3rd die.
I will give you 1 back so that I can also have a 3rd die. And I'll use my hand-to-hand, I assume, for focus.
Yeah. I did not mean to roll 3 D100s. That's not what that was meant to do. But that is some uber complications. Oh, that's still not good. That's no successes.
Against my 5.
You gain 5 momentum, I guess. Roll your unarmed. That does no damage. So if you want to spend a momentum to re-roll the 3.
We don't have it.
Yes,
yeah,
we do.
I was gonna say you just generated 5 of it.
So yeah, I'll re-roll 3 challenge dice.
Okay, you've dealt 2 damage to it as it comes at you with its arm outstretched, and you sort of you do a judo throw.
Okay, so is it prone again?
Yes, it is prone again.
I have an idea. Could I assist so that Jueza could then do better on his next turn when he presumably attacks it to destroy it? Is that that's how assists work, right?
That's how that works. This is
I have it right here. The character performs some activity that will assist in an ally as an advantage. The character nominates a single ally they can communicate with and declares how they are giving aid, including which attribute, discipline, and focus, if any, they are assisting with. During the ally's task, the character assists using the chosen attributes, tasks, and focus as normal for assisting a task. Oh, okay. So,
how are you going to? So you're gonna spend your turn so that you can assist Jueza on his?
Yes. I was thinking, because I just discovered that his spine is broken in a spot, so this is a weak spot. I was thinking of pointing it out to him and using my reason medicine or insight medicine.
That'll be the way I'll have this will be when it comes time for Jueza to roll, because you'll spend your turn doing this, and since the Borg drone just went, it'll go through the rest of you guys. If you want to do that, then when Jueza rolls, you will assist with presence medicine.
Okay.
As you try to quickly get across the information that he needs to know in the heat of the moment.
Okay, cool. That sound like a plan, Teresa?
Yeah, we could do that.
So, in that case, Jueza, if you will give me a, what are you gonna do? It's your turn.
Now, mechanics-wise, is it harder to shoot prone people in this? Or
Yes,
is
it's
it...
harder to shoot prone people.
Okay.
It's infinitely easier to punch them.
Okay. Alright, so I will, Actually, I wish to grapple
Oh.
and restrain this.
This is how people get assimilated.
Do you want to be a Locutus? Because this is how you get a Locutus.
Juez is gonna have a total Worf moment. Ready phasers and like smack the Borg.
God.
Alright,
Is that what you're gonna do?
I want to grapple this guy and restrain him.
Okay, man, but you have the best
Definitely
security. You really should be.
conscious of, and then
Okay, so it's gonna make an opposed fitness security. Miss Ellie, feel free to help out with your presence medicine.
Alright.
Not even gonna spend.
actually, instead of assisting, I don't know if we can change. If I
Problem is
grapple.
no, because Miss Ellie already called it.
Okay. It's fitness, security. Can I use either hand-to-hand or athletics for focus?
I'll allow hand to hand.
Okay. I will use 3 momentum for 2 extra dice.
It's got 2 successes. It was already at a disadvantage because of the security team being there. That's 3 successes. You essentially needed 2 in order to win, so you've won.
And generated the momentum?
Yes, you did.
Awesome. So we're up to 2.
Yeah, things grappled. Oh man, I forgot. I forgot about grappling. It's like the one of the few things that's useful in the operations book.
Oh, it's not even in this book. What does grappling do?
It actually has a list of things, like effects that it conveys onto someone who is grappled. Here it is. It's immobilize, actually, is what the task is called. Attempts to force an opponent into a state of submission using a fitness security task against an identical task rolled by the opponent. If successful, the opponent has their opponent pinned down and unable to take any actions apart from trying to escape the hold each turn. However, with the character occupied with immobilizing their opponent, they forfeit any defensive task. So fortunately, because there's only one attacker, you have I want to say you have effectively ended combat, but there's also the fact that it can attempt to get out.
It depends on how much more stuff there's going to be and how long we want to drag out this combat.
So I would basically, while grappling this, yell at the doctor, see if you can sedate this drone.
Can I sedate him?
Okay, so how this will go is when your turn comes back around, then yes. In that time, it'll have 1 shot to break the grapple.
Okay.
If that's what you want to do, Jueza.
Yeah, let's, although I'll have, one of the other characters use their turn to notify the ship that we've encountered the Borg so that they can be alerted.
And prepared to beam us all out. and probably beam the two of you directly to the
Brig.
not, yeah, that's the word I couldn't think of.
All right, so I'd yell, Rugon, contact the ship. Notify them of our situation.
And prepare the transporter.
Is
Okay,
Rugon there?
gone.
Looks like he's
Aye,
Rue.
at once.
Oh, he's Rue here.
Indeed. Regan will indeed press the beat, boo.
Captain, you're receiving a hail from the away team.
Go ahead.
Oh, Captain.
I'm sorry, Borg.
Indeed, sir.
Where?
Here, sir.
Oh dear.
Upon this vessel.
Captain, to get him out of there immediately.
All right, warming up the transporter, sir. And in that time, basically in the time that Rugan was doing that, I'll let the two of you guys enact your plan. So it will try to make
Okay.
a breakout. Give me another fitness security roll, my good sir.
Okay.
I'm spending for a
I
third
will-
die. That is 3 successes. So you need to. You need
So security
to.
team lessens it by 1, right?
Yeah, its difficulty is increased by 1, but you still need to beat it.
Right. So that means I need to beat 2 or 3 still.
You need to beat 2, but that means
I-
you need to get 3.
Do I still get to assist, or
No, that was one
Okay.
time.
and I'm
Alright.
spending my turn on something else anyways?
Yep.
I will spend a determination, freedom fighter.
Go for it. I will allow that. So you're getting the 2 free successes.
Yep. And I will use 2 momentum for the extra die.
Great.
Still hand-to-hand
Yep.
focus. Okay.
You gain a momentum, and don't forget to roll your veteran.
Okay. Put that to 1.
Nope. No dice. Still, it's not going anywhere.
I got it. Hurry, Doc.
now-
I can't hold him.
Now, Doc Maselli, if you're gonna try to sedate this thing, I need you to give me a daring medicine difficulty 2 check.
Okay. And I believe the med is Axonol, the one that renders things unconscious, but I'm not positive.
You're gonna need to, give him like a quadruple dose.
Yeah. Yeah, she like rips open the med bag and is putting together a hypo spray with like terror on her face. While working in 0 gravity. Okay, I'm going to spend that momentum for a third die. What's the difficulty?
It's difficulty 2. It would have actually been like a whole opposed check thing, but Jueza has it immobilized.
Does my focus in emergency medicine apply because this is an emergency?
Nice try, but no.
Okay. Could actually instead of using a momentum, could I use my value? No, never mind. I'll just use a momentum.
Mhm.
And let's hope this works. Oh, sorry, I clicked dice accidentally. I'm sorry, ignore the second roll. I just clicked twice accidentally.
You do get the
and I'm
reroll,
going,
though.
yeah, I will re-roll that 0.
And you did it.
And,
As,
oh, yes!
As scrambling. Okay, you got it. Maybe this will work. You run up to Jueza. You almost fumble the hypo spray, but right into the Borg drone's neck. It stiffens and then goes limp. As Biss now needs to make a daring engineering. Because, no, sorry, this is control engineering. This is still control engineering.
Okay, I give him momentum.
Difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensors engineering.
I give him momentum. Alright, he rolls 2. Sensors engineering on the ship. Yes, boy. I generate 2.
As is back on the Hadfield in the transporter room. You all appear back on the pad. Jueza, you, I assume now that it's gone limp, are you going to let it drop to the ground, or are you going to keep it held?
I'm going to keep holding it, and I am going to immediately carry it to the brig if we have one.
Yeah,
we have one.
You do. It's a small one. Only a couple of cells, but...
We only have one person, so...
Yeah, I was about to say we turn on the transporters, everything he just created to Jueza's got the thing in the fucking crippler crossface.
Get it to the brig. Do you know how dangerous that thing is? We're at so much risk right now.
Now, keep in mind, it doesn't have all the implants and everything. It's just a very sickly, pale-skinned alien.
Oh, so there's no Borg in it?
No,
Doctor, I thought you of all people would understand that you might be able to save this man, or woman, or
it's a male.
Gender.
She just kind of looks terrified, and doesn't respond.
But at any rate, I'm still going to immediately, as soon as I materialize, start taking it to the brig.
And the two security officers immediately flank you, and are like, they're doing the thing where as you're, one of them says, "Allow me to assist you, sir."
Thank you.
And the other one like follows along you, and like as you're going down the hallway, it's like moving people out of the way, like out of the way, clear the halls.
And I'll also say, Jueza to the captain.
Go ahead, Chief.
Sir, we've got a complication here. I'm taking it to the brig. I recommend we get out of here before its big brothers show up.
Chief, I'm going to need a full debriefing as soon as you're able. Send Lieutenant DeZonin up to the bridge, and we'll get going.
Yes, sir. I will secure this threat and give you a report afterwards. All right, so yeah, I'll take it to the brig, and I assume the rest of you will head up to the bridge and...
Is that what you three are gonna do?
I guess.
Okay. Actually, Biss joins you as well. As Jacoby, you're up on the bridge, and hang on a sec. Let me find the thing. Okay. Jacoby, you are on the bridge. As these four officers pile out.
Good, everyone back to your stations. Lieutenant DeZonin, I need you to find me the nearest nebula we can hide in.
Doing a scan.
Hold on. Who's gonna find you that nebula?
The zone.
Okay. Give me a reason con assisted by the ship's sensors science.
Can I use a focus of astronavigation?
Yes, and I will make this a difficulty of 3.
Here is a momentum.
A momentum?
A momentum. Nice.
I win.
And the ship?
What is the ship roll?
Sensor science.
Alright. We generate a momentum.
Yes, you do. Let me pull us over to the fleet map so it can give us a general position of where y'all are. You folks are currently right here. Hang on, I just had it. No, wrong. You guys are right here. And there is a small nebulous cloud about here.
Excellent. Lieutenant Tizonin, get us over to that nebulous cloud. Maximum warp. Hide us in there. Lieutenant Ugan, mask our mask our warp readings as much as you can, and mask our impulse readings so we are practically invisible while we're in there. Do your best.
Okay. In that case, I need.
Chief Chueza, one final thing. Chief Chueza, send a. What is the highest priority message that we can send? What's above priority 1?
Priority 1's as high as it goes, sir.
Send a
Their
priority
priorities
1
are-
message to Starfleet Command. Tell them we have located the Borg.
Yes, sir. I will let him know that Jueza has engaged the Borg.
No, that's not. No.
Okay. So, Tizonin, give me a daring con difficulty 2 check assisted by the ship's engines con.
Can I still use the focus?
Astronavigation, I'm gonna say no.
Oh boy. Okay.
Did you not want to use them?
Guess not.
Did we have momentum?
Yes, we do, too.
Oh, I will take 1.
Okay, roll the 3rd die.
Dang.
Damn.
And the ship,
Okay, what does the ship assist with? Engines
engines
gone.
con.
The ship get us 2s.
The way I've been rolling tonight? Yeah.
It's not a 2, but that'll do. You succeeded
And
the
the
check.
reps.
As you are making all due haste towards the nebula, and you soon enter it. No, you're here. We've been noticed by Borg Senpai. That's good.
Don't Rugon and Jeresa have to roll for their things?
What is Rugon looking for?
No, he had to. The captain asked them to mask the warp signature,
Ah,
As much as he could.
and Jeresa had to send a message to Starfleet.
okay. Give me a control. This is while you're en route to the. Rugon will do that once you're in the nebula. I need Jueza first to give me a control. Hang on. I think there's actually a thing in here about what the check is for sending a subspace message. It's like a thing, isn't it? It's always a thing. Always a goddamn thing with these ships. Why me? Engineering, computers, communications. Just had it. Tasks, navigator, commander, sensors. Here we go with communications. Control engineering, assisted by communications engineering. Difficulty 0.
I like that kind of thing.
But are you encrypting it or coding it in any way?
I'll say yes, just because I don't want to start a panic with, whoever.
Okay. You're
Seeing it.
encoding the message. Difficulty 1 then. Control engineering, difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's comms engineering.
Here's the ship, have a momentum as well.
Oof.
Uh.
You generate 2
Captain,
momentum.
did you just fuck up?
Yes.
Or do you want to keep the complication, or do you want the momentum?
We will
Just
negate the complication. Burn the comp.
My poor threat pool.
Yeah, well, you go and spend that in like the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Serves you right.
So, Ragon, now give me a control engineering, assisted by the ship's structure science. Tell me what you want the difficulty to be.
First question, may I use my focusing computer?
Or actually, in this case, no, actually, I don't want you to tell me what the difficulty will be. It'll be difficulty 2.
Alright, can I use my focusing computers?
No, because this isn't a computers thing. This is the I'm telling the computer to do something wonky thing.
Then can I use quantum mechanics?
I'll allow it.
Alright then.
Oh,
Gone.
I can re-roll one die that's connected to the ships when being assisted. Would you set up?
Well, you're not being assisted by the ship's computers or sensors. This is a structure. This is going to be a structure science check.
Are you certain it's only that?
Yep, I'm pretty sure technical expertise only kicks in for computers or sensors.
That sounds right.
It's really good if you're a science officer, but it doesn't help if your ship does a lot of anything else. So do you want to spend a determination to re-roll, or will you let that roll stand?
Alright, I guess I'll do that then.
Which are you doing?
Eager to prove.
I'll allow it. And it's control. I think I said control engineering, not control security. There you go. Oh, hey. Nice.
and I'll roll the ship.
Let's see if you get any momentum. You get a momentum out of this.
There we are.
Okay. As you manage to rather well mask your sensor readings now that you are in this, it is a Class 2 nebula. So it increases sensor checks by 2 while in the nebula. And on that note, actually, Ragan, I need you to make me a reason science, or actually, no, Jueza actually will be the one to do this. Give me insight security. It would have been difficulty 2, but now it's difficulty 4 because you're in a nebula. Assisted by the ship's sensor security, so that brings it down to difficulty 3.
Okay. I will use 1 momentum and give you 2 threat for 2 extra dice.
Right.
So what exactly am I trying to do?
This is to notice something on sensors.
Okay.
Notice something on tactical sensors.
Alright, I don't think I have anything good for that.
Ooh, baby. And the ship's sensors security.
Coming up. Sensors, security. Nothing.
That's a dud. I'm just gonna take the 2 threat.
Okay.
I need to build back up my stores.
But we are successful, right?
Yep.
Am I back on the bridge at this point, or am I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sir, I'm detecting a Borg vessel. It looks like it's a probe. Drifting
Borg
outside
probe.
the nebula.
Outside of the
looking for
nebula?
us.
And when I mean outside, I mean it's not directly outside.
Okay, Chief. Lieutenant Ragan, rig the ship for silent running. I want minimum output coming from this ship, and I mean bare minimum. Shut down everything but the life support sensors. Life support and sensors.
What about the life support sensor, sir?
Not gonna
And the
lie,
life support sensors, too.
It took until about the second half of that word before I realised you weren't telling us to sit for self-destruct.
Oh boy.
Rig us for silent running.
Yep.
Aye, sir.
Do I need to make a roll, or is that more?
I'm trying to remember, because I feel like I've seen people do silent running in this before, but I just cannot remember how you do it.
In the meantime, or whenever there's a free moment, can I go and check on the status of the Borg drone we have?
Mm-hmm. You are certainly welcome to go do that. someone give me control engineering difficulty of 2?
I mean, my control's 11. But my engineering is only 2.
My control engineering is 13.
Yep, same.
Okay. Does anyone have anything higher? Rugan's is also 13.
Jueza's is 16.
Wait.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jueza.
well then.
Step outside to feed my dogs. What was it?
Control engineering difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to run back downstairs.
Do-do-do-do.
Oh, this is funny.
In my head, I imagined him climbing on a bat pole and sliding downstairs because he's made the sound effect as he said it.
All right. Control engineering. I'll give you a threat for 3rd die because I know you want that.
And that'll do it. As the ship is now rigged for silent running inside this nebula. Meanwhile, we will cut over to Dr. Maselli. And I should have brought us back to the Hadfield's Bridge. I still don't have a map for the brig, which I'm kicking myself of, given just how often we seem to use it.
Oh well. Actually, could we put him in? What's the name of the special bed in sick bay? And then put a
quarantine?
force field around it.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the little medical quarantine / surgical.
Uh-huh. It would be more convenient for me to work from sick bay.
Okay. I assume Jueza is apprised of that.
Yeah, of course. Sally to Chief Jueza.
Jueza?
Sorry, what was up?
I pinged you.
Yes, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Would you be okay with me moving the Borg drone to sick bay so I could examine him?
Absolutely not, Doctor. Any examinations you need to do can be done in the brig. They're specifically designed for that.
No, they're not.
No, they're
Who
not.
doesn't know that?
I support the chief's decision, Doctor. Are you aware of what the Borg can do if you set up a contamination? They
Yes.
will adapt to it.
Okay.
That is
yes,
true.
sir. All right. Fair enough. I will.
They'll do this. Oh, that's right. No, they can't do that to a Wait, I thought they couldn't break through force fields.
They can eventually, after a couple of times smacking into it, they'll learn. That's why you have to get a force field which changes its variances every couple of minutes.
Depends how strong the force field is, also.
And how many
kind of
Borg there are.
brute
Um,
power over it.
okay,
7
then.
of 9 did it in Voyager a couple times.
Yeah, I was also thinking about that one Borg that got separated from the collective in TNG.
Hugh.
Hugh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I will bring a first aid kit to the brig then.
I am gonna keep you on this map though, since it's the doctor's
Yeah.
scene.
Sure. So when I walk in, what does he look like? What's he up to?
The drone, the nascent drone is just standing there. Just
Um,
perfectly straight up and down, just standing there.
and he is not in contact with the collective.
Nope.
Okay. Is his spine still broken?
Give me an insight medicine scan.
Okay.
Should have specified the difficulty.
Sorry.
It would have been 1. That's fine.
Mhm.
Spine is fixed.
Okay.
Borg nanoprobes. Tell you what. Nanomachines, son.
Sure, or something. What was the other thing I wanted to do? Yes. Would it be possible to deborg him? Or is that like out of the range of feasibility?
I forget where the Federation currently stands on the ability to de-Borg people.
You haven't seen Picard yet, so...
Shh. Well, and we're not even at that point in the timeline, so...
Of course.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
7 of
Borg-
9
to-
had it, and Picard had it happen to him, so I don't know if we can
Yeah.
do it here. or-
Because, like, the thing is, to be specific, at this point in the timeline, there are only, like, a half dozen or so episodes of Voyager left.
Alright.
Like, sometime in the next, like, 3 or 4 months, I think, Voyager is gonna return home.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Indeed. Captain, here is the thought. What if we were to jailbreak these nanoprobes like an ancient Terran iPhone?
Ah, now that is interesting.
Indeed. Both incredible nanogenetic function and the ability to play MP3.
Yeah.
Um,
So...
if the Borg is
Actually,
fine, then.
I think the book does actually give rules for how to handle deborging people.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, like, I'm pretty sure it actually does give me something to do. Okay, yeah. You can do it. It is a control probes. Injuries stabilized. Okay, it'll definitely be a much more involved thing than what it's reading here. Because it says, this process is extremely difficult to reverse. If the character dies from the injury, they become a nascent drone. If the character's injury is stabilized before they die, they must add 1 thread at the start of each scene in order not to succumb to the nanoprobes until they can have the nanoprobes removed. But that doesn't apply here because the thing is already succumbed to them. This will
Okay.
be a much more involved task that'll require you, it'll be a little bit more involved. You have the advantage, though, of the drone not being tied to the collective right now.
Okay.
So that's a start.
Okay. So I'm sorry, you were kind of staticky and hard to hear, so
Oh.
I wasn't sure. Is it an extended task?
I'm gonna come up with something a little more involved with this.
Okay. If
In fact,
if it's outside the feast of an episode, we can just move on
yeah,
and
in
not
fact,
deal with
so
it right
that's-
now.
I'm thinking of making this might actually be a project for you.
Okay.
I might actually make this into like a thing for you.
Okay.
To
Yeah, that'd be
continue
cool.
working on.
Okay.
But if you want, you can start taking preliminary data to help you out.
Sure.
Which will be Reason Medicine difficulty 2.
Okay. I did not succeed there.
Mm-hmm. there's a lot to work with on this guy. Again, interesting. You have a very unique opportunity to work on a Borg that has been disconnected from the collective. Interestingly enough, though, you don't seem to know why this Borg has been disconnected.
Okay.
It should be even before you entered the nebula. Technically, if this thing was able to keep communicating, technically it should have been able to try reaching out to the probe that, by all accounts, is nearby, but it hasn't.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even think of that. Does it have a transponder on it? Or, like, whatever it uses to communicate?
It does, but it's off.
Okay.
It's been turned off.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna hand the scene back to everyone else because I got hogged the spotlight for a minute.
Oh, you're good. That was
okay.
You asked some good questions and gained a little info.
Okay. Miss Sally to Chief Jueza.
Go ahead.
Where's Jueza at this point?
I assume still on the bridge.
Okay. Then I'll pull your token up to the bridge. Okay.
Chief, this Borg drone is disconnected from the collective, which is good because it means it cannot send a message out, so no Borg cube is after us. But its transponder is still here, but it's turned off. I would like to, with your permission and the captain's, perform an operation to remove the transponder so that there is no chance of it reactivating and it reconnecting and communicating with the collective.
I look over to the captain.
Chief, it's your call. You're the chief of security on my ship. If you feel that she can do it, give her enough protection, and I mean yourself possibly, and maybe some other security people. Watch over her and make sure that thing doesn't snap her neck.
Yes, sir. Might recommend we keep it sedated for now until we are in a more secure location.
Aren't we in the nebula?
We are.
Yes, so what do you mean by secure location?
Bring it back to Starfleet Starbase where we can handle it with plenty of resources.
Oh, no, sir, I'm just concerned that at any moment the transponder could turn back on.
And what's to say if you start tinkering with it that it might not turn it back on?
You bring up a good point, sir.
Let her do it, Chief. Permission granted.
Very well. Doctor, prepare for the surgery. I have a few things I need to do to get ready for the security side, but we'll take it one step at a time.
Okay. Just so I don't like take the spotlight for too long, we can handle the probe first and then come back to this if you'd like.
It's whatever order you guys want to handle things in.
Whatever you guys want.
Well, I'd say it's whatever the GM wants. How about that?
Don't do this to me.
All right now.
Lucan's been quiet. He hasn't had much to do. I think it would be nice to give him the probe.
Yeah, Rugan, what are you up to?
Well, at the moment, I'm guessing Rugan's for. Let's see now. That is a very good question. Other than poking the Borg, there's not exactly that much to do.
Yeah, because you guys did go to silent running.
Exactly. Is there anything on?
With except sensors, you know.
Now, what is there to censor at?
Okay. Give me a give me insight security, difficulty of 3, assisted by ship's sensor security, so it gets brought down to 2. The difficulty goes down because you had already detected it once. It would have been difficulty 4 again, but
We don't have any momentum.
I am, however, going to spend 2 threat and increase the complication range by 1.
Of course you are. Now would be a good time for that determination, maybe.
I think he already spent it.
Oh, didn't mean to roll twice, but it would have been alright. Well, that's it.
That's a no. So far,
Okay.
Borg probe
What?
just appears to be doing nothing.
Oh,
It's just kind of drifting.
again, I'm good at one thing. I'm being asked for things outside my wheelhouse today, so I've got reason science other than that, fucker. Outside of that, there's nothing in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
So what next?
I guess we do the surgery then.
All right.
How are we going to handle this?
Well, specifically, you said you wanted to take out the
Remove-
transponder.
Yes.
So I will. And Jueza, you said you wanted to be there for this, just in case something goes wrong.
Yep. So I'll be there, and my security team. Do I still have my security team?
Yes, you do. You're on the ship. You have the advantage, and we're in a new scene, by the by. So you would have lost a momentum even if you had one. Ooh.
And of course, GM loses a threat.
Does it cost anything to assemble a surgical team?
You can have that as your CMO advantage.
That's what I thought. And I have the science book pulled up to look at things.
You gonna activate any support characters?
That would be a good idea. Do we
Can we
have we
without
spent?
momentum?
You've got
Oh,
a
don't we need?
You've got a surgical nurse.
Doesn't it cost momentum to activate characters though?
No, crew
It cost-
support points.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, don't we have yeah? Which one's the surgical nurse?
Raki.
Yep. Why didn't I see her on the list?
She's under the support, Lieutenant Junior Grade Raki.
Oh, sorry. Yep. I will activate her. So what is the first? So what do I need to do first?
So first, you're gonna need to sedate the thing again. Oop, did not mean to do that. So this will be a control medicine, because again the thing is standing perfectly still. Control medicine, difficulty of 2.
Okay.
Uh,
So I assume we like transported it to the place and then put a force field up.
Yep.
Okay.
do a thing.
Control medicine. Is she able to assist Wacky?
Yes, she is.
Awesome.
You guys should decide if you want to give what you want to give her, because she's showing up.
I don't
Okay.
know, but we can give her what?
You can give her a lot of
Anything?
things.
Could give her a specialty in cybernetic implants.
Oh yeah, you could turn her into yeah, there are a bunch of like talents and such that you could do for like cybernetics and such.
All right, yeah, we can give her a focus in cybernetics. I think I spelled that right.
Yeah.
Difficulty 2, so we succeed.
Hang on, my it's being kind of funky. Okay, yeah. With her help, you managed to sedate him, and with a clunk, he sort of falls back on the bio bed.
Right. Miss Ellie sighs in relief. Deactivates the field, brings over like a plate of tools, and motions for the two of them to come over. You know, Teresa to watch the surgery and keep security, and Rocky to help.
Okay.
Let's begin.
Okay. First thing you're gonna have to do, insight medicine, difficulty of 3, assisted by the ship's computer's medicine, and a character, I'm assuming your nurse, can assist with insight engineering to locate the transponder.
All right, so I can do insight medicine though.
Yes.
Okay. Does her focus in cybernetics apply?
Yes.
Awesome. Difficulty 3, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Could I use the value, always a new thing to discover to get an extra die?
I'm gonna say no on that one.
Alright, fair enough. Okay.
No.
Alright, can I give you a threat to get an extra die then?
Sure.
Okay.
Did you say you gave me a threat?
Yes,
Nice.
because we don't have any momentum.
See what happens when you use it to use it all to burn off complications?
Did my thing load? Because I press it for both and I don't see it. But I know my internet's slow.
I don't know.
Maybe it didn't register. I'll try again. There we go. Okay, I succeed.
Hang on. Things on my end are slowing down.
Okay.
Trying to save a thing, and it's being unimaginably slow.
Oof.
Okay, you succeed.
Yes.
Insight medicine. Didn't get that. And I need the ship to assist with computers medicine.
Coming up.
Okay.
Computers, medicine. Nothing.
Nothing.
Uh-uh.
Hang on. Okay. So, yeah, you've managed to find where the transceiver is. It looks like it's built the transceiver module up against its right lung.
Oh, it's internal. Okay. I believe the transceiver is inside its right lung.
No,
We
you
will
don't
have
see any kind of like external
Mhm.
You don't see
Yeah.
kind of any external metal structures. The skin
Oh,
looks
right.
the skin looks very rigid and pale and sickly, but there's no there's no implants, because those are usually, from your readings at Starfleet Medical, they usually put in the implants after the fact.
Okay. Okay. I will, alright, begin the incision to open up the lungs and take out the thing.
Okay. Control medicine, difficulty 3. And you can, and I assume you have like the pressor field and everything activated, and
Yeah.
you're doing all that stuff, and you have your nurse can assist you with control medicine, and
Yes, this.
and your advantage brings it down to difficulty 2. But
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 2 threat, just cause, to increase the complication range to 2.
Okay.
Gotta have some stakes.
Yeah, it's fair. Yes, I will have the pressor field active, which physicians who use pressor fields during surgery may reroll 1d20. And the stereo field, which it doesn't provide any bonuses, it just prevents any negative things from happening during surgery.
Yeah. Really, the way that is so that, like, if something happens to it and then you have to perform surgery, that's when you encounter problems.
Yeah, that's for, like, it's more for, like, problems of, like, if you don't have that during surgery, if you have to, like, perform backyard surgery. Control, okay. Does her focus surgical nursing apply?
Yes, it does. Or,
Of course.
yeah, absolutely applies.
Because this is like a new thing. Does my focus in research apply? It's a bit of a stretch, but I figured I'd ask.
No.
Okay. Control medicine.
There you go. There's, figured I'd make up a token for her.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Alright, so complication range 2. Difficulty 2. The ship also helps, right? So that's...
Yes.
Okay. So she rolls. Okay. I will give you another threat. And, roll 3 die. With how much I performed surgery, I really need surgical focus. Oh.
What happened?
I got 101 and she only got a 0. The ship needs to make up the last point.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, because you have your advantage from the medical team.
That's right. I will re-roll.
There is that also, but it's difficulty 2 because you have the medical team.
Oh, it's only difficulty 2. Okay, well, I will still.
The medical team.
I'm sorry, I thought it was 3. I will still re-roll out 0 to try and get.
A.
Correct. Captain, we generated 2 momentum.
Alright, noting it down.
Hang on.
So is that all of it, or?
Well, no. Now you've got it. You've got it. The thing. Now you need to actually remove it carefully. This is going to be, control medicine, difficulty of 4.
Okay. Alright. I assume surgical nursing still applies.
Yep, all this stuff is still in play.
Okay. You didn't take your extra threat.
Oh, did you give me a threat?
Yes, that's how I rolled 3 die.
Ah, okay. Oh, no, I did. It's just remember I immediately spent it to increase the complication range.
Right, sorry.
That's what that was about.
Okay, Can you take 1 momentum and spend 1 threat to get 2 die?
Yes, yes, that's totally a way you can do it.
Okay, so I'm going to do that, to roll 4 die.
Grand.
Alright. I think that does it. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we generate the momentum back. So we should have 2 momentum, and maybe the ship will get us 1 too.
As carefully, you have to keep the current flowing to it in order to with your protoplasma in order to not trip up its automatic feedback, and with a snip you just pull it right out. And the small wound appears next to the lungs, but miraculously, or I guess you should really say horrifyingly, a small little pool of black fills in the wound, and it slowly begins to heal back up.
Teresa sort of uses the forceps to drop the transponder on the table and motions for it to be put away. I guess he'll take care of his own healing then. Chief, we're done here. He won't be contacting the collective anytime soon.
Very good. When will he be ready to transport back to the brig?
How quickly is that injury healing?
You figure maybe in about 30 minutes, and you gave him enough sedative to put him out for a couple hours.
In about 30 minutes, maybe. His nanoprobes are taking care of the healing process. It seems like I'm not even going to bother with patching up his wound. And he's sedated for the next 4 or 5 hours.
Very good. And I'll stay there for the 30 minutes until we can move him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Raki, please monitor him. If his condition changes for the worse, notify me. I am going to go to the bridge and notify the captain that the transponder is out.
Yes, Doctor.
So, Doctor, do you think you'll eventually be able to save him?
this is the first time I've ever operated on a Borg, I'm afraid. We barely even touched them on medical school, but I guess it's just microsurgery to remove the implants, theoretically. Maybe, I guess, but I don't want to get my hopes up yet.
Indeed, and there's no rush, as the transponder is out and the prisoner will be secure, so perhaps we can attempt it at a starbase facility with a whole team
Yeah, well,
of specialists.
the great Beverly Crusher did it to Jean-Luc Picard, so perhaps. And then I'll go
Perhaps
up
I
to
can have the captain put in a request to the Enterprise for transfer of medical personnel to assist you.
perhaps. That's not a bad idea, sir. And I will go up to the bridge.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, this is a big deal. This is the first. Well, I wouldn't say first time, but it's the last time the Borg showed up was a few months ago. I believe the Sarek encountered a Borg sphere, and that was that. You guys, Captain, you remember when that happened? That made waves.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
Because that was a message to the Federation. The Borg are back.
Yep. Fuck the Borg.
You make it sound like they're a band who got back together and are going on tour, not like an
Oh, yeah.
unstoppable cybernetic monster.
The Borg band is back on tour,
The Borg
baby.
band.
First stop, Soul Earth. Next stop, Beta Z. After that,
European
Vulcan.
Borg band.
Sunday, live at the Vulcan Arena. The one, the only,
I'm
the
thinking like
Borg.
you know, there's the bad one. There's the bad boy, the sensitive one, the quiet one, and the one
Yes,
with
but
the iron
they all have
deficiency.
the deadpan expression on their faces as they play their instruments.
Oh yeah, and the one without the iron deficiency. Right.
When their music starts to deteriorate, they adapt. They make it better.
They just sit in their alcoves on stage, and then the music is transplanted into your brain. They don't play instruments.
This is a conversation we're having.
Yes.
Make it happen. Make this crossover band Borg happen.
Hello, Dwizzles, not on stage.
Captain Borg are back in town.
So Rugan, you want to give me that insight security check again?
With on yet? Probably. Well, let's be realistic. I probably yes.
The Borg are back. The Borg are back.
And
Does the ship assist?
Yep. Sensor security. This time, though, I think you get the re-roll, Rugan. You can choose what you want to re-roll, in which case you might want to re-roll your own die, because, that's the ship's sensor security is not that good. Hot damn.
Easy.
Generate a momentum.
The Borg are back in town.
No, let's just. Yeah.
There you go, Rugan.
The Borg probe still appears to be doing nothing, Captain. Quite literally doing nothing. It seems to be drifting aimlessly.
Is it deactivated?
I'm unable to tell, but visually it seems so.
Chief, bring us out of silent running. See if we can't activate the sensors to their full capability and determine whether this thing has something in there that will alert the Borg to our presence.
Copy, sir. Going to noisy running.
The
Noisy.
chief's on the med bed, but okay.
Oh, well, whoever's at the security then. Rugan, screw it. Secure us from silent running.
Yep, and that's easy enough. With a few button presses, the ship comes out of silent running. The
Turning the
lights on
ship
the
back
bridge turn back up, and
Alright, Lieutenant, can you determine whether this probe is actually active? Is there any active sensor in it?
Can I do a proper sensor roll?
yeah, sure.
Free ship
Okay.
rolls.
And the ship? Oh.
Reroll that.
Well, we generate our
Oh,
momentum, so...
you can re-roll that because Rugan has technical expertise.
Need.
Haha!
But can he re-roll the ship's rolls as well?
Yeah, that's
That's
what he
the
did.
Okay.
Is that I can reroll the
I
ships?
should have clarified that it was a difficulty 3 check, but you did it anyway, so you get a momentum out of that.
Was it lowered because our ship sensors?
Yes, it was. So you generated 2 momentum then.
There we are. It took a while. The momentum chain to start pulling.
Don't forget, high-res sensors, baby.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, you do get a free question.
What do we want to ask?
So, before we ask a question, do we know if it's active or not?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm about to write up to him.
let's hold off on any questions before we find that out.
Its systems seem to be quite active, but they're not doing anything. The system seems to be energized, but there's nothing's happening. No active scans, no passive scans, nothing.
Do you think
I
it
love how
might be
I love how the frame of
possible...
reference that the GM gave me was scans.
Right. Do you think it might be plausible to disable the probe via an EMP strike?
Do I think that?
Free question. Something like that is probably beyond the capability of, well, let me rephrase. It's beyond the capability of you guys to do from outside with the Hadfield. Like, you couldn't just EMP it from the outside and disable it. Borg tech is way too advanced for something like that.
Could we board it and disable it?
I thought it was like a probe. Does it have internal decks?
The Borg probe is larger than the Hadfield.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I was picturing like the Voyager probe, like a little thing we sent out. Oh.
No, Borg probes are like, because remember the gigantic scale that Borg ships are at. A Borg probe is like the size of Voyager.
Voyager. Oh.
They look like Twinkies.
Like Starship Voyager.
Oh.
They're big.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
They're like, we don't have any official stats for them, but when they come out, probably in the Delta Quadrant book sometime in the next month or two, I'm pinning my bets on them being either scale 4 or scale 5.
Borg.
But given that the Borg sphere is scale 7 and the Borg cube is scale 11,
How big is a Romulan scale wise?
Hmm?
What's the scale of a Romulan warbird?
Dejaradix, scale 6.
I think they...
Okay.
It goes toe to toe with a Galaxy class or a Sovereign.
Okay. That makes more sense. Because I was going to suggest we tractor beam it into our cargo bay
Oh, no.
to use it, but okay.
No.
Because I guess it's way too big for that.
Way too big for that.
Also, I assume can Miss Ellie step onto the bridge right now?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Captain, I would we've successfully completed the surgery. The transponder has been removed. He can no longer contact the collective.
Well, that's good, Doctor. Well, what's the next step now?
I'm not sure. I would have to do a lot of research. So, out of character question, we have made contact with Voyager at this point, so she would be
Yes.
familiar with 7 of 9, right?
Yeah, it's more so you need to start doing some really in-depth research. Like, you've probably
That's what I
heard of
was
7
thinking.
of 9, but
That's
you
what I was
don't
thinking.
know all the little details.
That's what I was thinking. So there've only been 2 cases of a successful, to put it unscientifically, unborgification of a person. Jean-Luc Picard and 7 of 9. I would have to study both examples, study all we know about the Borg, and try and come up with some sort of solution. And that's a big maybe, but I'll give it my best shot.
You have my permission to message both the Enterprise and the Voyager if so you wish to gather more information.
Yeah.
I leave this completely at your discretion.
Although, Captain, you do know of one other person who has dealt with Borg tech.
One of our fellow captains.
No, not necessarily captains. You know someone personally. The person who Dr. Maselli replaced.
Ah, yes. Dr. Blackwell. Well, you can feel free to message him as well. I'm sure he'd be more than willing to help you. Just name dropping. We're good buddies.
Yes, sir. I'll take that under consideration. And I assume she'll take a station on the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Let me pull your token in. So what's your plan?
Right. Helm. Bring us in closer to that probe. Weapons, I want you fully on standby, ready to shoot this probe if needs be. We're going to see if we can disable it and secure it.
Might recommend waiting until.
Jueza back on the bridge?
I think we can say so.
Yeah. Jueza comes back onto the bridge having taken care of the Borg drone.
Captain, sleeping beauty's back in his cell.
Right, well, like I said, weapons on full standby. Get ready to blow this thing to pieces if need be. We're gonna try and secure it.
Are you going to yellow or red alert?
Sir,
Yes, Chief?
might I recommend a little more covert way of handling this? As even their probe is probably well outside our tactical abilities.
And how would you suggest?
Well, sir, we could potentially send a shuttlecraft with a torpedo on board. Get it close, beam it as close into its near its center and detonate from inside, causing extreme damage.
But, Chief, who knows what kind of information there is on this probe? This could be very useful to us.
Not if we're dead, sir.
That is a fair point. However, I'm willing to take that risk for the time being. Unless anyone has any objections.
We could try to shape charge it to catastrophically disable it versus destroy it, sir. That would make our lives a lot easier in
I thought we've ruled an
Bring it
EMP
down.
as impossible.
not.
Yes, but disabling its engines or its propulsion system is not out of the question completely. Lieutenant Rugan, did you, when you were scanning, did you notice its propulsion system as online?
They're on.
It's not active.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I clarified that its systems are running. Like it has active systems, but they're not using them for anything. Like
I see. Well, if only my chief engineer was here, I would ask how we could disable their engines in a potentially non-shooting way.
Out of character, do we know if there are Borg drones on Borg probes?
Yes, is there a record of that?
There are, because
Okay,
they specifically
okay.
covered that in Voyager.
Okay, so we can't. Okay.
Okay, then if there are drones on board, then we are not taking the risk. Chief, prepare a full spread of photon torpedoes and
God.
mark the target.
Captain, are you sure you want to just attack it? Would it not be better to just retreat? Or maybe do what the chief was planning and do some kind of sabotage attack?
If we do not discover this probe tomorrow, it may discover a planet belonging to the Federation or a station belonging to the Federation, and then we will have another Wolf 3 fight. Load the torpedoes, Chief.
No, Captain, I'm agreeing with you. So why not do the chief's plan of a more strategic surprise attack?
If we don't destroy it, it will relay its information to the Borg Collective. Once the Borg Collective knows what is going on here, that it's being attacked, it will send its cube here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What the chief just said a minute ago with the surprise attack of teleporting a photon torpedo inside it, or whatever he said. It sounded like a really good idea. Never mind. Never mind.
I
Just
guess
keep
we
going.
can make that happen. If you don't like full spread photon torpedoes, sure,
No.
Chief. Do you want to teleport a torpedo in? I'm down with that idea.
Okay.
Well, if we can do it from here, that's great. But my guess is we'll have to get inside its. They don't call it shields. It's protective field or whatever they call it.
yeah.
Lieutenant Rugan, could you modulate the frequency of the transporters to match the frequency of the protective field on the Borg drone?
I could try, sir.
Just keep in mind, the Borg frequency, if I remember reading correctly, changes every so often and it adapts to whatever is assaulted. So we need to make a variable frequency, which changes as well.
Sir, it might be easier to simply take a shuttlecraft and have it run on silent, as you say, and have it run on thrusters and momentum only until it gets past its shield and then deploy.
That's not a bad idea, sir.
Alright, Chief, can we make it happen?
We'd probably have to retrofit a shuttle to make sure that it runs silent and
Lieutenant Zelling, can you go sacrifice one of our shuttles for the greater good?
Dear.
Good man. That's the
Um,
enthusiasm that I like.
So, GM, is this a possibility, or are we just barking up the wrong tree here?
Yeah, are we going at this the right way, or should we do something
I
else?
mean, if this is the direction you guys want to go in, I'm not going to stop you.
Okay. I do feel like after we take this thing out, we should probably circle back to the freighter and check it back out, because we obviously didn't fully explore it.
Once we kill this, I
You know,
feel a lot safer.
Captain, if we are going to get a shuttle this close regardless, why not simply board it and see what we can see from the inside?
There are drones inside, and unless you're volunteering, Lieutenant Rugan, I would not willingly send someone into a horde of drones.
Well,
But yes, Captain, unless they consider us a threat, they will likely not attack us.
yeah, that's the thing. I kept trying to not say it because it's.
Oh, shh.
Because yeah, it's like I didn't want to be the guy who spoils the. I didn't want to railroad you guys, but yeah, that's the thing. If you go onto like a Borg ship, they won't attack you if you're not actively trying to fuck with them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, let's do it then.
Indeed, to the Borgs, it is as though we are insects buzzing about their place. If we are not an active threat, we should be all right.
Alright, Lieutenant Zonin, take a shuttle and take everyone that was on the away team over to the Borg drone. Probe.
Oh boy. Yes, sir.
And bring the shuttle back, please.
No, I don't think I will.
Perhaps we could bring the torpedo with us as a backup plan in case bring the torpedo with us as a backup plan in case we need to.
There is one torpedo that will be used as a backup plan, and Lieutenant Zonin, that's on you. If there is an emergency and you cannot get out, overload the shuttle's warp core.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, yeah, well, okay.
And blow it to high heaven, along with yourselves.
Yeah, except that
what if I
would
wanna
kill
blow it
us
to-
all. Except the thing is that would kill us all, and the torpedo plan.
Desperate
Never mind,
times.
Let's just do it.
Desperate
Let's just do
times.
it. We're wasting too much
Gucci.
time. Let's just do it. Okay, let's just go.
Okay. So let me just see what I'm trying to see what shuttles can carry. What shuttles can carry a torpedo? Because not all shuttles can do that.
We'll just put it
Type
in-
9 can.
just with us. We'll just put it on a cart and then push it on. And then when we're about to die, we just slap it and blow it up.
Okay.
I thought that's what our plan was.
Okay.
Or we could just take like the antimatter explosive out of it.
So are you guys going
That's
to
small.
then be approaching the probe?
Yeah.
That is the.
Should we keep someone? Should we activate a crew support for the helm guy and keep him on the shuttlecraft so that there's someone on it while we're on the probe? So it's not just adrift.
I don't think we have a crew support left. I think we spent it all.
You
Oh.
spent 2.
Oh, we got 3, right? Based on our side.
Yeah, based on your
Okay.
scale. And I have to check. I might have been doing it wrong. It actually might be that the crew support resets at every scene. I need to check.
Anyways, I think it would be a good idea to spend our last one for that if no one else is objects.
Yeah, sure. CPO Zumo Amari will be piloting the shuttle along with the Zonin.
Okay.
Okay.
I leave
Or
that
take
to you
over when
guys
he
to
leaves.
decide what you want to give him.
It's Tad's division. He can decide. And I'm ready to beam over whenever.
Well, you guys are using a shuttle, though, right?
Yeah.
Because shuttles don't necessarily have transporters on them.
Transporters?
'Cause- Didn't you just say you were transporting over there? Oh, you just mean transporting over with the shuttle.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Amari. Just trying to remember everyone who's going. It's Amari, Tizonin.
Jueza.
It's everyone but the captain.
Yeah.
And 2 security officers.
So Ragon's coming along as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jueza. And who am I forgetting? Tizonin. No,
Yep.
I already got Tizonin. Doctor. The doctor is who I forgot. Come on. There we go. Alright. Yeah, the probe is just drifting there.
Alright, so we will first, while we're in the shuttle, we'll take a route away from the ship and then go out so that they can't just basically backtrack our course all the way to the ship and find it.
So you're gonna go the long way around?
Yep, and then basically as we come around, we'll cut engines and coast into it.
Okay. Who's sitting at what station? Because there's helm and ops in a shuttle like this.
I imagine
Tizonin on helm.
Yeah, I think Tizonin on helm and Jueza on ops. I don't want to push people, but I think that makes sense. Do whatever makes sense. Whatever people want.
Okay. So, first I need Tizonin to give me control con, assisted by the ship's engines con, difficulty of 2 to create the advantage that you're going in sneakily.
I got small craft focus.
Yep, that works. Oh, and mind you, the crew support that you've spent does not come into play until he actually does something.
Okay.
So if you somehow manage to go through this whole scene and not use him, you essentially didn't spend it. He just becomes a background character who was there. And the ship's engines con. And I assume you're gonna use the shuttle. You have the shuttle stats?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Engines con. Nothing.
You want to re-roll that to zone because you have the thing.
Yes.
Alright.
And we're in a new scene, so you lose the momentum.
Playing with fire.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry, I can't roll.
Get this man away from the dice.
Wow, that's bad. You still succeeded though.
Yay.
Now, bring her in. This time it will be a control con, difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's engines con.
Con difficulty 3. Can I get a momentum?
You may get 3.
What?
Oh, you may get 1. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to use all 3 momentum to roll 5 dice. Instantly win the game.
Here
Take
she
a threat if you
comes.
have to, too. I'd rather not crash the ship
Hey.
and kill everyone.
Hey, we're good.
Okay.
And you get the momentum back
Yay.
as you all get in nice and cozy close to the Borg probe. Jueza, you see on your terminal, it appears they've noticed you.
Oh shit.
And a few seconds pass. Then another 10 seconds pass. Nothing's happening.
Well, I'm going to keep radio silence for right now. and we're going to proceed on our mission to investigate why they're not doing anything, and go ahead and get on board.
All right.
Someone, whoever's at sensors, give me insight engineering, assisted by the shuttle's sensors engineering, to try to find a place to dock.
Me?
Oh, we can just land the ship on the thing. Oh, okay. I thought we had to beam from the ship onto.
Oh
the
yeah,
other
these
ship.
shuttles don't have transporters.
Okay, sorry.
Are you sure?
Oof. I'll let that succeed at cost. And the cost will be, it'll be slightly more difficult to dock with the thing now.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go ahead and dock.
Okay,
what's
that'll
the
be
difficulty?
this will be control con difficulty of 2 assisted by the ship's engines con.
This time, take a momentum as well.
There you go.
You succeed.
And this shuttle sucks.
Yeah, I know, right? This is more of a let me decide where I want you guys to come in. Oh, perfect. I know exactly where I want you guys to come in. Can you guys give me a walking order? Because it's going to be single file coming out.
Jueza will be going first.
Okay.
I think putting Juesa, then the security guy, and then putting
security guy?
Oh, well, didn't we bring the security team with us?
Oh, did you bring a security team with you?
I thought we did.
I think she was thinking the one guy, but I don't think we actually brought a security team.
Because
Oh, never mind then.
yeah, because
I'm
also
thinking
there's
it's
not enough
actually
room on the
clear.
shuttle for it.
Okay, never mind then. No, the guy's staying on the ship. Whoever I think Juesa should go first, and then whoever's the best at security should go last, or the second best, the best besides him.
I leave it to you guys to determine walking order.
All right, so we'll just do it. Me, then Rugon, then Nameless Man, then Doctor, and finally our Helm Officer.
I thought he was staying with the ship.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, you guys were having the shuttle officer stay on the shuttle just in case.
Okay, so Nameless Guy will stay with the shuttle, and then so that'll just be the walking order, just minus him.
What was that again?
So me, then Rugon, then Doctor, and then
To zone in.
Tizone.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
so here's how this is gonna go. You all enter the winding corridor of this Borg probe. Rugan, the moment you walk in, you get a weird feeling down your spine. It's an unpleasant feeling that you just got. Like, it's not the feeling you expected walking into a Borg probe. You expected to be very intimidated by the giant structure and just the eerie atmosphere. Oh, there's something really weird going on here. And you don't like it. Like, you feel it in your bones.
Be wrong indeed.
Oh, I don't know why that's playing. That's weird.
I was very confused. I'm like, is the Borg tropical
Very
paradise now?
tranquil, Borg
that
vessel.
was
That really
weird.
was messing with me. I'm like, why is the Borg like this? What's going on?
Like this.
Hey,
You like
Gun,
this
I've got to be up early tomorrow. Is it okay if I...
Sure.
You guys let me know in messages how it goes. Best
Okay.
of luck.
See you later.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess we'll handle this without.
oh boy.
Okay.
Okay, well, since the Borg is in a tropical paradise, what now?
So what did we see?
You see,
Uh,
this is the map that you guys are on. This is, each of these little circles is an alcove, and inside of them, you see unactive, but very much there, Borg drones.
Okay. Well, can I use a tricorder to scan to see why they might be inactive? I don't know if that counts.
Sure.
I'm spitballing.
Give me, insight medicine. Oh, no, actually, someone can give me a scan with this. No, I'll allow it. Insight medicine, difficulty 3. Someone can assist with insight engineering.
Alright. I think, either Rugan or, Jubase's engineering is the highest. I am going to give you one threat to increase my task roll to 3.
Okay, I will spend that and one more to increase the complication range by 1.
Rugan, I think you have higher insight, so probably you'd be best.
Okay, here we go. I will re-roll that.
Does anyone remember what the momentum was at before
3.
Jacoby left?
It was at. Oh shoot! I can't re-roll that. Oh shoot! Never mind. I can't re-roll that because I have
it's
cautious
fine.
medicine, not reckless.
Yeah,
So
you
now
have,
ignore that.
cautious medicine. Okay, so that complication stands.
And
And
you take the first roll.
fail. So, you do not succeed. Unless you have a determination that you can spend to make that reroll work. Always a new thing to discover, I'd allow.
Okay. Sure. To re-roll that complication.
Yeah, well, I'll take that one you rolled.
To take what?
And I'll take that one you rolled.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to send out 2 messages here.
Oh, does Juesa have his rifle?
And there. I don't think Jueza has his rifle. You didn't spend for it.
Do I have to? Oh, I had to spend again.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
I guess I'll go without my rifle.
Okay, so I don't know how much momentum you guys are at.
I
Was anyone paying attention?
No.
I want to say 3, but
Yeah,
that's just a
you're-
guess.
Okay. I'll take it. So you're at to get your rifle, you need to give me a threat and a momentum, so you're at 2.
Okay, and I will keep count.
Okay.
All right. Teresa is looking at her tricorder, and she comments, this is very strange. None of these drones appear to be getting cerebral commands from their implants. I think that's why this whole thing appears to be inactive.
Interesting. At the same time, these cybernetics don't appear to be communicating with the collective.
Bizarre. It's like I don't know. It's like it's not.
They've changed the channel.
That's a good analogy. A bizarre analogy for you to make, Rugan, because I believe cable television has been dead for like several hundred years now, but good analogy nonetheless.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about signal channels.
What are you talking about? Cable never die.
just like newspapers.
Oof there, buddy.
Okay. So they don't appear to be getting any cerebral commands from their implants. And what was your thing, Rugan?
These cybernetics don't appear to be communicating with the collective.
Huh. It's like it's brain dead?
So they're not communicating with their cybernetics, and their cybernetics aren't communicating with the collective.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With my hypothesis that they might be brain dead, is that they're just it's like I mean the tissue is there, it's just not functioning.
Indeed, it's less that. I think it's something to do with the implants. I wonder if their routers were reset, so to speak, then something might change.
Yeah, perhaps.
If you want, if you want, do any of you have free questions?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. But Maselli has the studious thing, right?
Okay, so we can spend a momentum to get
a question, and then you get a second one.
Yeah.
As it sort of starts to click to you why this might be happening, or at least, given the nature of the way the Borg implants and the Borg collective works.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you'd get the readings that you're seeing.
Teresa, it seems like a light bulb goes off on her face, and she's like, something like this could only have occurred if the Borg collective as a whole chose to have disconnected from the ship. This could only have happened if the Borg collective as a whole chose to disconnect from the ship.
That is... Wait, why would it disconnect? What's going on?
I don't know, but that's what this has to be. There's no other reason why it would just be inactive like this.
Well,
It's
if the
waiting
Borg
for-
perceived the ship as a threat to the collective, perhaps a virus or some other anomalous programming error that could potentially spread to the collective, they might break away from it.
That's not a bad guess. They're sitting here waiting for commands they'll never receive because the command have separated off. Excuse me. They're sitting here waiting for commands they will never receive because the collective have separated off. I assume we continue walking around the ship. Is there anything else we see throughout the ship?
Well, it depends. What direction are you guys going in? There is this map here. Like, this map exists for a reason.
Okay. Does anyone want to go anywhere?
Out of curiosity, would the Hatfield be capable of towing this ship on a tractor beam? Would the Hatfield be capable with its tractor beam to actually pull this ship?
No.
It's
Far too big.
Okay.
We could leave a
Is there
buoy
any
out.
kind of? I know Borg doesn't
Sorry.
really do command deck, but is there like a central nexus?
Yeah, they do usually have these central nexuses, but you'd have to spend some real time exploring this place.
What is this section? This like
They
deck that like sticks out. What is that?
They're these
Borg
gangways
have to
that
walk the plank.
overlook sort of an open space. There's just, and the gangways just sort of end there, and they don't go anywhere.
Maybe it's for future expansion.
Yeah, possibly.
So I will. Still can't move my guy, but I will.
Can you ping
Move.
where you want, which direction you want to go in? I mean, I assume you go straight.
Yeah, I
Straight
assume we
ahead.
go straight.
Okay, so you get to this intersection here.
Okay. And I will go to the right.
Yeah.
Right, looking straight at it, like from
So
top down.
here,
No, that's his right.
Oh.
So
this way.
other right. Yes.
Okay. All right.
And we'll continue going straight and then around and down the way there.
Okay. And you're gonna walk out.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment all four of you step outside, you hear a horrific shrieking. And Ragan, it's a shrieking that you recognize. Where is it?
Oh.
Hang on. I know it's here. God damn it. Hang on. Here it is.
We should have brought pattern enhancers.
Nope, here it is. You hear a shriek. That is a lot of tribbles.
Oh, I was thinking it was the Klingon death squeak when you said he recognized it. Oh. Oh my god. It was triples that made the Borg disconnect from the ship. Oh my.
Somebody alert the Klingons.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's yeah, Rugan, this is not comfortable.
All right, time to go, says Rugan. We've learned all we can here. I recommend we detonate the ship from...
Teresa turns to him. What?
Rugan just walks back to the corridor.
What's wrong? It's just a sound. I don't know. What is it? Do you recognize it?
No, you guys see them. There are tribbles all over the place.
Oh.
I immediately start grabbing some and shoving them in my pockets.
Oh god, but okay, are you gonna pick one up, Tizone?
Yes.
Tizone,
I'll pick it up.
You pick up this tribble and it's covered in, it's got some metal plates sticking out of it.
Oh gosh, it's Tribble of Borg.
Oh my god, they tried to assimilate tribbles?
I still pick it up and keep it.
Zonin, as your superior officer, I am demanding you put that back down.
Nope. We gotta keep
Teresa,
it for
Teresa, prevent him from taking the triple Borg back home.
And Jueza will look at him and be like, put it down.
slowly start to put it down. And then I pick up another one and put that one in my back pocket. Are they all assimilated?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And Jueza will point his phaser at him and say, "You've been given an order."
Fine, I throw the tribble at him.
Whoa.
Hang on. Juiza, give me a I want you to give me a control security check. Difficulty of 1. Shouldn't be hard. Okay, generate a momentum. You handily are able to catch the Tribble.
Alright, well, I actually don't even want to catch it. I just let it land. I guess to sidestep it.
Splat.
Around.
Well, nah, it doesn't splat. It just sort of bounds and coos.
What the hell?
I recommend we just leave the ship now.
I agree. We'll leave the ship and put markers down and notify Starfleet. They can send salvage teams to tear this place apart and get as much Borg tech as they possibly can.
Preferably ones armed with flamethrowers.
More like
We
nuclear
will,
bombs.
of course, leave the triples here so as not to have any biocontamination on any worlds we might go to.
Oh, please don't tell me there are triples on a shuttle. Let's just move as quickly as possible to prevent any triples from getting on our shuttle.
The tribbles are in fact Borg. I wonder if it would be possible for us to send a signal to this ship that we could somehow cause them to interpret as being from the collective. With enough study, it may be possible
That's
for our own gains.
an interesting hypothesis, but it sounds dubiously ethical.
Once a salvage ship comes,
I believe the
it's
ethical
better
thing would
equipped.
I believe the ethical thing would be to free the triples from the collective. However, it seems like it would be an insurmountable task to do that.
And you see
Indeed,
that,
it looks as though the collective needed to be saved from the tribbles.
If the Borg collective can't do it, I highly doubt we could do it.
Although
We
this
will
does
leave
bring to
the-
mind several very interesting ideas in the application of tribbles for military purposes.
You're not wrong. Next time we encounter the Borg, we should just beam a couple triples onto their cube. We'll let them handle it.
Yes, then there will be no Tribble at all.
all right, let's get back to the shuttle.
Yeah, let's just go.
Well, okay.
You all managed to make it back to the shuttle without a scratch. Let me bring us back to the Hadfield star map. And Omari looks over his shoulder and says, "Oh, you're back. You're all right. Well, what are we dealing with?"
When Rugan goes in the shuttle, is there any more screeching or anything?
No? I mean,
Okay.
as long as Tizonin didn't try to take a Tribble with him.
Listen,
If
If I
Tizonin does,
did.
he's staying here.
I he threw it at Chueza.
Look, there are triple Borg out there, so we're just going to leave sensor buoys here and let another team come and handle this
Did
because
you
we don't have the
say
capabilities.
Tribble Borg?
Yes, and she looks at him
Indeed.
with like the most deadpan, flat expression.
He pauses for a
Just like-
second, he looks over all four of you and he says, "Oh my god, you're all serious."
Yes.
Drive it like you stole it, Henson.
Well, she did steal it. I'm supposed to be driving.
As you all make your way back to the Hadfield to give a rather interesting after-action report to Captain Jacoby. And that, I think, is where we will end The Trouble with Borg.
Oh my god, it was right there in the beginning. It was right there. It was right there. You are one clever bastard. Oh my god.
Lol.
That was very clever, Temsik. I will give you that.
Anyone who spent a determination gets a milestone.
Hooray.
I'm going to stop the recording.